A man accused of killing a young boy and then fleeing to another country will be sentenced. Plus, a man accused of murder in trouble again. We'll tell you why. And controversial budget cuts are coming to one local university. For NTV News, I'm Christian Wayne, and these are the top stories of the week for November 19th. Two people are dead after a crash on Interstate 80 near North Platte. According to the Nebraska Department of Transportation, the crash happened sometime before 2:40 p.m. Friday, east of North Platte. The Nebraska State Patrol says at least 2 people were killed. No other details have been released yet about the accident, but officials say it's still under investigation. Interstate 80 eastbound was closed for several hours as crews continued to investigate and clear up the crash. A Grand Island man charged in the death of a toddler who later fled to Guatemala has taken a plea deal. Hall County District Court records say 27-year-old Ryan Rivera Meister pleaded no contest to 1 count of attempted child abuse. In exchange for his plea, prosecutors reduced the charge from committing intentional child abuse resulting in death, which would have had a max sentence of life in prison if he had been convicted. He still faces up to 50 years behind bars at his sentencing, which is scheduled for February 26. Back in August of 2016, investigators say Rivera Meister was babysitting the son of his girlfriend when the boy was found unconscious and not breathing. The boy was later taken to a hospital where he died. After he was charged, Rivera Meister fled to Guatemala before being extradited back to Hall County in March of 2022. A South Dakota man charged in a murder at Fauner Park now faces an additional charge in connection to a jail fight. 20-year-old Logan Huntshorse is charged in Hall County Court with assault by a confined person. Court records say at around 8:15 p.m. last Friday, corrections officers and a Hall County Sheriff's deputy responded to a fight between Huntshorse and 2 other men inside a jail cell. An arrest affidavit says security footage showed Huntshorse and another man pulled a third person from his bunk and punched him. The deputy said Huntshorse refused to speak with him about the alleged fight. Huntshorse is already facing charges in connection to the March shooting death of 62-year-old Todd Shearer at Fauner Park. A jury trial in the case is scheduled for early January. University of Nebraska at Kearney Chancellor Doug Christensen has recommended UNK cut roughly 24 faculty positions and get rid of 9 academic degrees, including geography, recreation management, and theater. During a meeting on Monday, students spoke out against the proposed cuts.
We understand that our budget is not yours, it's not ours, it is controlled by someone else, all the way up to legislation, state legislation. But I think why we're crying and why we had our protest and why we're all here is that we just hoped that you guys would fight for us.
Officials say these reductions will save $2.3 million as part of a plan to close the gap on a $4.3 million budget deficit at UNK.
I mean, look, nobody's happy about losing their job. Nobody. They're going to get a year in addition to this year.
UNK officials say several positions on the chopping block are currently empty, held by people who will soon retire, or held by people opting for voluntary departure agreements. UNK leadership will present its budget findings to the University of Nebraska System President Ted Carter on December 1st. And those were the top stories for this week. As always, catch the latest news, weather, and sports updates on our website, nebraska.tv. You can also follow us on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. For NTV News, I'm Christian Wayne.